We're coming. I'm scared, dude.
Just attacking the corners, kids in the road.
Oh, what?
What?
Oh,
Smack him in the face, boys. I'm probably dead too. Oh, get stabbed in the back. You killed me. Search for still up. Nice, dude.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Cross Currents. So today I'm giving you a complete guide on what you should do before you enter the dungeons in Dark and Darker. There's a lot to talk about here, so I'm going to be sure to split it up down below. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. To start off, I would suggest having two teammates. And by suggest, I mean you really want to have two teammates or it's going to be extremely painful to go into this game. Because when you go in solo, it will queue you against teams of 3. Bring teammates with you, use voice chat. Believe me, it'll help just to know where people are at, to know what's coming your way, to know strategies, so you place a trap down, you don't accidentally hit your ally and get him killed. After that, you're going to make sure that you're looking at all the characters. There's Ranger, Rogue, Cleric, Fighter, Barbarian, and Wizard. I would personally suggest you have one character that is ranged, that being the Wizard or the Ranger. One character is physical, preferably being the Fighter or Berserker, and then one Cleric. The Rogue is if you really want to have someone that's going to get extra loot for you, but I think honestly having a Ranger, a Cleric, and some physical character that's up close and personal seems to work the best for PvP. Now also before the game starts, I would suggest going on the main menu and looking down on the bottom right, but move all the way to the far left icon and click something that says Fop Doodles whatever. It's a tutorial talking about all the nitty gritty details that you might need to know. After you're done with that, I would suggest going to whichever class you want to play and reading everything about them, all their benefits and downfalls, as well as their perks and skills. Perks, you get those every 5 levels, starting off with 1. I'd suggest looking for some sort of synergy with that. Like when I played the Ranger, I chose everything that built up to having only ranged buffs. Then you have the skills, which will be on the Q and E key. You always have both those options there, but you can switch them out if you want to. Let's say that you already finished a dungeon and you have a bunch in your stash. I would suggest talking to your teammates before you sell it, because a lot of stuff that you sell will be extremely lower in price. Have your friends that you're playing with maybe give you something while you give them that in the run, just so then you're not wasting a lot of extra money. Also, be sure to get rid of any extra gold. There's no shops within the actual dungeon run, so if you're trying to sell jewelry or jewels or whatever, sell that to the collector. Everything else, pretty straightforward on where it goes. So before you enter the dungeon, you want to figure out what you're going to do while you're in the dungeon. Are you going to be leveling up, or are you going to be doing PvP? You can try to do both, but it's going to be very challenging since most PvP players will be higher levels and more experienced than you might be. I would suggest if you are level 10 or under, you should focus on getting AIs killed because you get a good amount of experience from that. And if you're feeling lucky, try to get a lot of jewelry. Jewelry sells for a lot if you pick it up within the dungeons and sell it afterwards. And it takes a lot less space than a lot of the items that you can find, such as equipment or weapons. Some of those weapons do sell for a decent amount, but mainly the jewelry is what you should be looking for. Let's say that you've made it through most of your run and you're in the small circle because the game's about to end, and you want to take all the jewelry you've got and you want to leave. Well, you're going to want to look for the blue portals. The blue portals come out of the ground and you hear it across the map, and sometimes they're either blue or they're red. Sometimes there's 1 portal and other times there's 3 portals. Only one person can take 1 portal and then it vanishes. You can prepare the portal early, but other players can also take that portal. So you gotta be very smart about it and willing to sacrifice to where one person escapes and maybe shares the loot that they sell, or some of you have to go down 1 level and try to survive. Now everyone, I'm sure there's a lot more I could say in these videos. I'm looking to make more down the road, so if there's anything you want to see or you wish I had put in this video, please comment below and I'll get right to it. Like the content if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more of it, hit that bell to stay notified about it, and stay tuned. We have a game code for this month. It is for the game called The Hand of Merlin. If you want this game and you're the first person here, you can use the code and get it for free on Steam. If you would like to see any other reviews, I did make a review on a game called Solace Crafting. It looked really good, but turned out a little different than I expected. If you'd like to see a review on it, click the video up here, and I hope you guys have a good one.